Ladies and gentlemen, here's the show everybody has been waiting for, the Gadget Professor. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the professor himself, Don Bain.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Gadget Professor. My name is Don Bain, and I am the host of the Gadget Professor. I'd like to welcome everyone to our second show. Make sure that you go to the gadgetprofessor.com and subscribe to the show. That way you will get all the show notes and you won't miss an episode. So make sure you go to the gadgetprofessor.com. The other thing that we would love you to do is to email me. You can reach me anytime at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. I welcome your thoughts, your ideas, and maybe some suggestions for some reviews. We would be very happy to do that. And we look at all kinds of gadgets, so it doesn't have to be electronic in nature also. Before we begin today, I'm going to show you a little device that the Gadget Professor always travels with. I'm sure you have no idea what this is, but if you stay tuned a little bit later in the show, I will actually discuss this little sucker, and it's very, very cool. So let's take a look right now at some gadget news, and we'll bring up the website. And this is a new device which is put out by Pioneer. It's a headset that's actually used to reduce noise. And it's a noise canceling headset, and if you look at the website, again, you don't have to write this down, it will be on the show notes. This device sells for 99 bucks. It's small, it's compact. I like it because the ear sets go right into your ear and fit snugly. They're very light. You can control the volume, and also it's obviously on and off. It does take a battery, so that's kind of a new device you might want to look at, put out by Pioneer. I kind of like it. Another thing that I saw this week that is very cool, I'm around the water a lot. This is a waterproof packet, and it will keep your stuff dry. It says even underwater, and it's guaranteed tested. If you look on the website, it says it's guaranteed tested underwater overnight. So if you plan to be underwater overnight, you certainly want to have this vacuum sealed bag. It's a waterproof vacuum seal. It's crystal clear, so you can use it with your camera. It will take photos. And it has a microphone and a stereo and microphone jack in the bag itself, so you can actually connect to your devices. It's buoyant, so it will float, and it fits most devices. You can actually touch things through the plastic bag itself and actually get it to operate. So I will have this in the show notes. It's called Dry Case. It looks pretty interesting. I don't personally own it, but as I said, it looks kind of neat. There's videos that you could run on it, and it looks like you can put pretty much any electronic device that you have will probably fit in this sucker. So take a look at that. It's called Dry Case, and I think this sells for about 40 bucks. I don't see the price on here, but I believe it's about $40. Last week we mentioned that we're going to talk about ways to save on your television bill there, your cable TV bill, and also your satellite dish. This week I would like to tell everybody about a new service. It's free, can't beat the price. It's called popcornflix.com. It's a beta. I'm sure at some point in time they probably will charge, and they're running it free now to get people to sign up. But this looks pretty cool, as you can see by the website here. They have searching by genre, which you can see there's comedy, horror, family, drama, Espanol, film school originals, urban, romance, and documentaries. So there's a variety of things in terms of content on here. They just show new arrivals that are thrillers, and this could be an interesting way to provide yourself with some free entertainment. It looks like they're also streaming in high def, so I would definitely check that out. It looks pretty neat. And again, that's popcornflix.com. And again, that will be in the show notes. Today, what we're going to do is review a very cool device that the Gadget Professor uses a lot. And it's it's put out by a company called AMOD, A-M-O-D. And this is what the device looks like. And what it is it's used for tagging, what's called geotagging your photographs. I do a lot of photography, and I like to geotag my photographs. What the geotag does is it actually puts the latitude and longitude of the photograph right on what's called the EXIF information portion of your file. So every time you save a digital file, that EXIF file or tag that goes along with it contains all types of information, the time, the date, your latitude, your longitude, and other things that you can actually write on that, or you can geotag it automatically by using one of these devices. So let's take a close-up view of what this device actually looks like mechanically speaking. If you take a look at the device, it's very small. I have a little, like a keychain here, so I just hook it on my belt loop. And on the back of it, there's a little portion here that you just pull down and open up. And this is where the batteries go. It takes 3 penlight batteries. They last certainly 6 to 8 hours if you're using decent batteries. I recommend that you use the rechargeables. That's what I use, because if you're buying regular batteries, this will burn through it. So if you have the recharges, you just recharge it. So this just snaps back like that. There is 2 buttons on the side, one on this side and one on that side. This button just turns it on and off, and I will try to turn it on right now. You just hold your thumb on it and it lights up, as you can see, the 3 lights there. And they will go out, and the green light here that you can see actually is a little picture of a satellite. And I'm inside now, so this probably won't be able to track, but if I were outside in a few minutes, it will start blinking. When this blinks, it means that it's tracking. And what it does is it actually starts tracking your latitude and longitude. So as you move around, this device will actually be tracking every couple seconds an X and a Y axis. And it's internal, and it creates a log. I will show you a little bit more about that in a minute. On the other side, there's another button here, and there's a little flag on that. And this is a very handy item. If I am shooting a photograph that I want to make sure I go back and mark, I just click this button once, and you can see that orange light pop up. I'll click it again. There's the orange light. That actually marks that particular photograph, and when you go back into the log, you'll clearly see that that photograph has been marked. So mechanically, that's pretty much all there is to the device. Oddly enough, it did start to track. I didn't think it would work inside, but you can see that green light blinking on and off. So this is actually marking right now my location. So again, you have the 3 lights. There's a green, a red, and an orange. The orange shows that it's marked. If it does start to flash red, that means your batteries are on their way out. If it goes solid red, it will stop working. You have the marker button, the flag button on this side, and of course the on and off button on the other side. The other thing that's extremely important here is, and I don't think you can see it, but right here, there's a little rubber connector, and into this connector I am going to insert the cord, and that is how it will connect to the internet. I'm sorry, that's how it will connect to my computer. So I will basically plug this in here, and this has a USB cord that I'm going to plug into my computer in the USB port, and I will do that right now. So that is being plugged into the computer. So now I have this device just hanging from my computer. I will turn the device off. It really doesn't matter, but I will turn the device off. And usually when you turn it off, I didn't know this myself. When I plugged it in, it automatically turns it off, and it feeds the USB like a data card right into the computer. So now we'll take a look at the computer. And I am going to open up the actual software. The software, by the way, is free. So I'll take a quick peek at this. We'll blow this up a little bit so that you can see it. What I'm going to do now is actually load my photographs. So I'm going to go into import, and I've actually taken some photographs for this demonstration, and I've already preloaded them into the file. So I will go into my, actually they're on my desktop here, and I created a little folder here. And again, I just pulled these right off my, my data card in my computer. I'm going to shift-click these, and I'm going to open all these photos right up. So as I open them up, it takes a couple seconds. You will actually see the photo pop up here. And you'll see the different photos that I took. And there's a lot of information here. It looks a little overwhelming, but really it's quite simple. This software, by the way, is free. You can download it from the AMOD website. When you purchase the actual device, it gives you a link to that, and actually I received a disc when I purchased it, but it updates all the time, so I'm constantly downloading new software to keep updated, obviously. So over here, you can see the listing and the names of the DCS files that I shot in terms of JPEGs. Over here it says the EXIF original time, and I'll talk about this in a minute. Here's the latitude, the longitude, and the GPS log time, and if you can see this, I'll try to blow this up a little bit more here. You can see that the GPS data tag is not found. It's not found because I haven't loaded the log file yet. We'll do that right now. So if you go over here on your photos, it says import photos, remove photos. Obviously that will get rid of them. You can save your tag photos. We'll show you that in a second. Or you can display your photos on Google Maps. Over here on the GPS login, it says import your GPS log, remove the GPS log, display your GPS logs in Google Maps, and time sync. This time sync, this button right here, is really, really important. I'm going to click on this, and what that will do is it will actually bring up another menu. And right here it says enable time sync. What will drive you out of your mind is the fact that your camera could be set for one time and your GPS, the computer rather, set for another time. You have to match the computer time on your computer, the internal time clock, with the time set on your camera. If you do not do that, you will see just what I'm seeing here is tags not found, and the only way you're going to get that to match up is if you get the two to match. And what this will do is it will allow you to set the offset between your camera and your clock on your computer. What I strongly suggest you do is before you use your GPS, your external GPS AMOD, you set the clock on your camera. Make sure that it has the right time, and then set the clock on your computer so you know you're within a second or two. You can always modify it. So I'll cancel out of that. I'm going to import my GPS logs. I have two of them. This is the one I want. Actually, the date here, I don't know if you can see it, the date is written right there, so it should be easy to identify what log you're on. So right now, I set the GPS log, and it's not seeing any of the files, so it probably means I have the wrong log set. So I will actually open up both of them here. And immediately you can see down here that I did have the wrong file, and actually I'm going to show you that 286 JPEG right there, that actually was tagged. It's north 33 degrees, 40 minutes, 20.5 seconds. Your longitude is 111.54 minutes, 34.4. So that's the exact location. Here's your exact GPS time. This photograph and this photograph were not found because they were probably on a different log. So now that I have this tagged, if you will, all I have to do is hit Save Tag Files, save them out somewhere in another folder, and they will automatically be tagged with the GPS information. Another feature of this device is I can actually go to the menu here and click Display Photographs, and when I click, it will actually show it on the Google map. So that's opening up right now, and I'm going to pull out here a little bit, and you'll actually see that on the Google map you actually have a tag. So very cool. There's the yellow rose that I photographed, and right there is the tag for it. And now if I were to upload this photo to SmugMug or Flickr or any of the photo services that utilize GPS geotagging, this would automatically be tagged forever, and it's a very cool feature for sure. So there you have it. That is the AMOD GPS Geotagger. And this device, if you were to go up onto Amazon.com, you'll find that this unit sells for about 65 bucks. They do have free shipping with that. So you can Google it. It's the AGL3080 AMOD Data Logger. And it's quite an interesting device, and I really enjoy it. So the next device that we're going to talk about was my surprise device, and that is this little baby right here. And this is not a high-tech device. It's actually a quite low-tech device. And what this is used for, believe it or not, is for tea. That's right, tea. And let's take a close-up of this. This has a little metal tag here. It's made by a company called Tavola, and we'll show you that in a second. The way this device works is this pulls out, and there's a mesh screen here, and if I pull this portion out here, this actually unscrews. Let's put this down here, and I put my tea in here. So the tea goes in here. Of course, it's got to be loose tea, and then I'm going to put this cap back on so I can travel with it, and obviously that just inserts here. So when I'm ready to use this device, I actually pull this out, unscrew this, pour my tea into here. Okay, we'll put the top back on. So my tea would be in the device. At this point, this becomes very interesting. I haven't put it in the water yet, so I'm going to push this all the way down. When I go to insert this into the cup, obviously the strainer part has the tea in it. What you do is you actually pull up on the top of this, and this actually sucks the water in, okay, infuses it with the tea, and then when you're ready, you squeeze this back down, push this back down, and you will see that it will actually infuse the tea with the water, and you can do that a couple times if you want to pump it in there. And you can just let this sit in the water, and it actually will make a phenomenal cup of tea. So this is a very unusual gadget. It works quite well. The mesh screen is steel, and the holes are very, very small. And what that means is you won't have any of the loose fibers of the tea floating around. So you wash it out, you put this back on it, and you're pretty much ready to travel. So the company is called Tavola, and it's called Tego. That's the actual name of the device. If you look on the web page here, they actually show you instructions how they actually work this unit. Nothing to it. It's a lot of fun, and this actually sells for a price of $12, so everybody can afford to have their own Tavola. And I use it all the time. I really like it, and as I said, I drink a lot of tea, and it's a fun gadget to travel around with, and it's pretty much very affordable at $12. So there you go. So that will kind of wrap it up today for the Gadget Professor. Again, I would welcome your emails at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. Make sure you send me your suggestions, your comments on the show. I very much welcome them and look forward to seeing them. And until next week, so long from the Gadget Professor.